We're going to try something new with character balance in this expansion. We're intentionally making no changes to character power. That means no nerfs, no buffs, nothing. Every single build and build guide made for Siege of the Atlas will work exactly the same in Sentinel. You can start planning your League starter right now, with full confidence about exactly how it's going to play. However, build...
Yeah. Alright. We have a lot of things to go over. I just watched the trailer or the reveal, and I have skimmed through the patch notes, and this is actually insane. Like, I don't know. The meta is going to be basically the same. Same builds, Omniscience, apparently not nerfed at all. We're going to have the same types of lightning strikes, tornado shots, kinetic blasters, everything Omniscient stacking. The new endgame content won't affect me that much because I won't be doing bossing. A lot of people thought they would nerf the Atlas passive tree. I think they did the complete opposite. They rather made it stronger, which is actually insane because it was already so strong, and now it's going to be even better. Yeah, I have no words, but yeah, we will go over some things here. I will like highlight the patch notes and see the parts, or show you the parts that I think will be the most impactful. But yeah, so my previous video on the builds will be completely unchanged basically. You can follow that to a T, so have fun with that. Alright, so I'm just going to ramble some and I will go over the patch notes here, the most impactful parts that I found. So first of all, the thing that we cannot ignore, this is pretty big nerf, I feel like, because Arch Nemesis modifiers are able to be gained by character through sources such as Headhunter and Inspired Learning, though you are only able to have one instance of each modifier at any given time. So they are essentially, as I understand it, removing the previous rare modifiers that we had and incorporating some of them into the Arch Nemesis modifiers. So rare monsters will basically only have 2 to 4 Arch Nemesis modifiers, but since you can only have one of them, even if you are super juicing, you will not be able to have like these insane amounts of ramps, since you can only have one instance of each Arch Nemesis modifier. So that's a pretty big nerf if it's working as I think it is. And then after this we have another big change down here. Let's see, where is it? The Kirak one here. So this league we have both Harvest and Delirium as Kirak modifiers. That's insane. Last league, sextants for Delirium Mirror were extremely expensive. We can even look how expensive they were right here. So for Delirium Mirror sextant, we had where is it? Sextant Delirium Mirror for 16 uses. There were 4x for one sextant. So it was a quarter of an x for one for one use, which was like, I don't know, 45 chaos or something. And now we have it on the map device for 16 chaos. Harvest, the same thing. It was like 1x per use, wasn't it? At least it was very expensive, and now we have it for 12 chaos on the map device. This won't be very useful early on when the currency is very expensive still, but late into the league, or like after the first week or two, like Delirium Mirror farming and Harvest farming have never been this easy, so I'm looking forward to that. We also have the Essence. This I think will be very, very strong. Because if you deck out your essences fully on the Atlas passive tree, and then you gain 3 additional essence monsters in each map, plus the one from the Atlas passive tree, at least the one, and then you can have the Sextant, which gives you, I think it is 2 more essences, and then that juices the essences even more. You're just gonna have like 6 essence monsters each map. You're gonna, oh holy shit. So this modifier will probably, in my opinion, one of the most valuable modifiers you can have. Because you will be earning like half or like 50 chaos per map from just essences for a 3-10 maybe chaos investment. It's going to be insane. So essence farming. You should really do essence farming. It will be insane. And then also we have these changes right here. So this will allow us to target farm specific league mechanics. And this is good. I feel like this is going to be a lot of fun, because now if we say juice out our delirium to the maximum, then we can, or say Legion for example, you see this one here, these mods make it so that your maps have no chance to contain Legion encounters, your maps have plus 2% chance to contain other extra content. So say you don't spec anything into your Abyss, then you spec this node and you just get even more of the other ones that you are specking into. So you can do this one for the Abyss and the Blight, so you skip both Abyss and Blight. And now you can't have any of those, but you have 4% chance to have one of the other ones that you are specking into. So let's say you just cancel out like half of the mechanics, you're going to have like so much more content of the other content that you're actually going to do. Because me personally, like Blight, when I'm mapping I just skip it. I can't be bothered to stand there and waste my time on it. Same thing with Abysses, if you don't spec anything into them, there's no way I'm doing Abyss when I'm mapping, because it's just not rewarding. So if we remove this and we get even more of the other content that we will have, these nodes are going to be super strong, so you definitely have to check these out. Then we also have this one right here, which is insane. So this is that maps that we find are going to have 200% more chance to be favored maps, and every other map that drops is going to drop as currency instead. So when you have all your favorite slots unlocked, or probably don't even have to have all your favorite slots depending on how much you're juicing, all other maps will drop as currency items instead, and you will only have your favorite map dropping instead. This is going to be so much quality of life, because last league we were over sustaining maps by such a big margin, and like only a tenth of it was the actual maps that I was playing, but I was still over sustaining, so that made me bulk sell maps, which I didn't really feel like doing, for 1 to 2 chaos in bulk. And now we're just gonna have our favorite map. It's going to be so much nicer and so much quality of life. Then we have this one. So this is essentially going to gut the boss rush strategy, I think, because now instead of the map boss have a chance to drop a connected map, it's going to be a random monster in the map. So boss rush is no more. It's just not going to be valuable to do it, because you won't drop or sustain maps. You will probably go into the negative pretty fast if you just do the boss rushing, which I see their point here. People liked it though, so I don't know, but yeah, boss rush, it's dead. Then they also revealed all of the new Uber bosses. So they're adding like 7 more bosses, or the already existing ones, but harder versions. So bossers are going to have a very good time this league, I can imagine. They are supposedly very hard, but they often say that, and players just outsmart them every time. So I feel like it's going to be the same thing this time. People will struggle for like the first week, and people who aren't really experienced bossers might not complete those bosses, but the bossers that I know are probably just going to steamroll them after a week anyway. And they're apparently much more rewarding too, and they have some new rewards and like more guaranteed rewards, like the Maven that will drop elevated sextants and such. So yeah, bossers are going to have a great time. Also, my previous video on the starter atlas tree is just not going to be viable anymore since they changed so much on the passive tree. It probably won't be worse to go for that kind of expedition farming strategy, although you will want to do some changes to the tree with all of the new notables and the end game notables for the favorite maps and such. So don't follow that video. I might make a new one and come up with a new, better, improved strategy. I will also not, as I said, be updating the previous build video because they didn't nerf or do any build changes, so you can follow that. And yeah, 3.18 is going to be so much fun. I'm going to have such a good time. I can already feel it. I hope you will too. And that was it for this video. So without further to say, goodbye.